thinking about working and meeting with the IFFE, it occurred to me that there's a very strong Italian connection and spirit here in Verdi Square. And I thought, just like the IFFE, there might be a lot of Italian businesses, Italian adjacent organizations right here in New York that could be potential supporters. So a few months ago, I reached out to the Italian Trade Commission here in New York City and sent a couple letters, an email or two. And not only did I get an email response, I got an email response from a person, and not only a person, but the trade commissioner herself. And she offered me an in-person meeting at the Italian Trade Commission to discuss furthering our festival's goals. And when I got this email, I was just overjoyed and ecstatic for about 5 or 6 seconds, and then it quickly turned to stone cold fear because I'd never met with a trade commissioner before. And as you probably can tell, I don't know much about foreign service or diplomacy, but I knew enough to know that a trade commissioner, especially from a major European power, was a lofty position, like at or near the ambassadorial level. I speak no Italian. I'll let this siren go by. Part of the joys of being a New Yorker and doing parks outside in New York City. It's part of our charm. So, we have someone here at the Verdi Square Festival who is our treasurer and who is actually the widow of our festival founder, George Litton, to whom this concert and all concerts that follow are dedicated to. Alessandra, where is Alessandra? Wave your hand. Alessandra Marino. Italian born and speaking. I reach out to Alessandra because I need some coaching. And she decided to coach me, and this is how she did it. She said, Glenn, first tell me the trade commissioner's name. So I read the name in my perfect English, Erica de Giancarlo. And Alessandra just looked at me and shook her head and rolled her eyes and said, no, it's Giovancarlo. One gesture, elongated, legato, arco. De Giovancarlo, that's right. And then she kind of hooked her hand on her hip like this, crooked her finger and said, Glenn, never, ever, ever call her by her first name. Do not call her Erica. Even if she calls you by your first name, that's fine. Never call her by her first name. I said, right. So it would be Miss de Giovancarlo. And no. All right. Signora de Giovancarlo. No. Dottoressa de Giovancarlo, right? Dottoressa being the Italian honorific feminine form of dottore, doctor. It's like sir, madame, dottore. So Dottore de Giovancarlo, even now, that's a mouthful for poor Glenn. But like 4 or 5 months ago, it was more so. But I'm a musician, and I was going to practice. I had about 2 weeks. So it's like a hard lick, you know. I'm just going to practice it over and over again, and the performance will come, and I'll be fine. So every waking moment for the next 2 weeks, I'm like, Dottoressa de Giovancarlo, Dottoressa de Giovancarlo. In the subway, Dottoressa de Giovancarlo, and on. The day finally comes. It's hot. It's like 95 degrees. We're in the middle of a week-long heat wave. And I'm in a suit and a tie, also coached by Alessandra. She coached my wardrobe as well. And the phone rings just as I'm about to leave the apartment. And I say, I better pick this up. Might have something to do with the meeting. And sure enough, I pick up the phone, and it's a woman's voice with a beautiful Italian accent saying, is this Glenn? I said, yes, this is Glenn. Glenn, I am so sorry. I am stuck here in traffic. There's no way I'm going to make our meeting on time. Is there a way for us to postpone or reschedule? This is Erica. So I'm sweating bullets in my suit, and the only thing I could think to say is, Dottoressa de Giovancarlo? And she's like, yes, please, call me Erica. Yeah, she saw it coming. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time in the program, I was going to point to the first row and introduce the Trade Commissioner of New York City, Erica de Giovancarlo, to come up and say a few words. But at 2 o'clock today, she informed me that she was not feeling well. And I spoke to her on the phone, and unless she's an incredible actress, she is not feeling well. And I want us all, because she showed us so much generosity with her time. This is a very, very busy and important person. She spent so much time with us, and she really wanted to be here. Can we all give her a big Get Well Verdi Square Festival round of applause?